I was reading the book of John because everybody says to find the best scriptures about Jesus is in the book of John. So that's where I've been reading. Um, and and something I read stood out um, in John chapter 1 verse 10. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. So the world did not know him, just as I assumed. Nobody knew him. Nobody knew Jesus. Not really. Um, except for God. God knew Jesus. That's about it. So that's one thing that stood out to me. Um, as I was reading, I know a lot of the things that he did because I've heard it all in religion, all the things Jesus did. You know, everybody heard has heard what Jesus did in the Bible as far as healing, all those walking on water. You know what I mean. So, but but what I was wondering is there more to the gospel than what is in the Bible? Is there more to it that Jesus wasn't able to portray? You know what I mean? Because I feel like he wasn't. He probably didn't teach the full gospel because he had to like dumb it down for the people. You know what I mean? That's why he spoke in parables because he knew no one would understand the gospel straight out, in my opinion. That's why he spoke in parables. He had to dumb it down for the people he was talking to. That's just my opinion. Um, but but that's what I was wondering. That's what hit me. I'm like, is there more to the gospel than what I think with the atonement and all that and the things that he taught? Is there more to the gospel than that? Than what he was able to teach to people? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's way more to the gospel than what Jesus was able to teach, portray to people. Because I feel like people wouldn't get it if he tried to teach them the gospel. Um, but that's why I say I'm like nobody understood Jesus when he was on the planet. No one understood him, but he knew the gospel for sure. Um, that much is true. He knew the truth. Uh, but but anyways, that's what really stuck out. You know, probably no accident I came across that that the world knew him not. So anybody that says they knew him probably don't know him. You know what I mean? So, um, but anyways, that's just something that stuck out, you know. Yes, there's the incident where he flips over the tables of the money changers. Um, that kind of reminds me of how religion these days just wants your money. When you go into their churches, it's all about the money, and I think Jesus would be totally against it. To uh, pretty much um, try to extract money from the poor and the desperate. You know what I mean? Like um, putting guilt and fear in them. You know, I don't think he's about guilt and fear. Jesus is not about that, in my opinion. Like in religion, uh, the, that's what I said. I'm like, that's why I gotta separate it. Like the way they taught Jesus in religion was off, so I have to be retaught. You know, that's why I think I've been my assignment is to learn about the real Jesus more. You know what I mean? Because I know there's more to him than what I've learned. I know there is. Um, I know there's a lot more to him. So I guess that's what interests me the most. You know, like someone that is smarter than me, uh, you know what I mean, knows more truth than me. That's intriguing. You know, because not a lot of people can see truth quite as well as me, I guess. Discern real truth, you know. Um, so it's kind of intriguing that someone else knows more truth than me. You know what I mean? If I'm honest, someone that's more honest than me, someone that more knows more truth than me, someone that's, you know what I mean? That's intriguing. You know, I haven't come across someone that's that good. You know what I mean? Like good all, you know, flawless good, you know, like an actual good, you know what I mean? So that's what just stuck out, you know. Because I can't say that I really know him in this life at the moment. I just know what he's done for me so far, if that makes sense. I know how he uh, has able to guide me and heal me to this point. Somehow he's been able to do it. So I kind of, and that's all I know about. I know about um, I know how much he suffered, probably better than anybody, and I think he knows that. I think he knows that I know how much he suffered more than anybody does. true. I may not know much, but I know how much he suffered to get me to this point. So, and I have to be honest, I really just wanted somebody to care about me. You know, I've said that before. I just wanted somebody to care about me and mean it. You know what I mean? And that's what I think uh, Jesus it provides for me is some someone that cares about me and means it. You know, not just says I care about you, but actually means it. You know, actually fights for you and supports you and encourages you, and you know what I mean. All those things. You know, because if I'm honest, everything religion I didn't really care about. I didn't care about any of that. I didn't care about any of the rituals. None of that mattered. If no one gives a shit, none of that matters, in my opinion. Nothing in religion matters if no one gives a shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the story of Jesus is so important. It is so important is that someone actually gives a shit for real. You know, because everything else is bullshit. Everything else is just bullshit. If no one gives a shit, if no God gives a shit, for real, everything's bullshit in my opinion. Um, so that's why I didn't really care about being a religionist, I guess you could say, of any kind, because I didn't really care about it. I just wanted, I guess, one on one. God cares about me. I try to care about God. I guess that's what's going on right now. You know what I mean? I, I think that's exactly what's going on. Is God wants a one-on-one relationship with me. I know that sounds crazy, but, but I think everything else can pretty much get tossed to the side about religion and all that for the most part. It's about a one-on-one relationship with God, even outside of any religious buildings. You know what I mean? One-on-one, all the time, wherever you go, you love God first. I think that's what this is about. This road I'm on is loving God first and doing his will first, you know. I think that this is what this road is about ultimately, you know. But so that so that's why I just have to be honest. Like all I really wanted was this, I guess the story of Jesus to be true. That he actually gave a shit. I guess that's all I really wanted to know. That is all I really wanted to know. Just wanted one person to actually give a shit for real about me. It sounds basic, but it's true, you know. Because everybody else didn't give a shit about anything they were doing. That's why the story of Jesus is so important. That it's factual. Is that someone gives a shit and means it. You know what I mean? Like backs you up stronger than anybody that you'll ever find back you up type of meaning it, you know. So I guess that, that was the most important thing to take away from. I just wanted to know if the Jesus story was real. That's it. That's all I really wanted. If God doesn't give a shit, then neither should I. That's what I thought. You know, he should have higher morals than me. You know, but apparently he does give a shit. And so here I am on the planet still. You know what I mean? Whether anybody likes it or not, God gives a shit to have me on the planet still. He does. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Even what I think. He cares. You know what I'm saying? So I have to care about myself as much as he cares. That's what I'm learning. I have to care about myself as much as God cares about me. So, but anyways, that's just what I noticed in the scriptures. But yeah, I mean, we all know the stories that what Jesus did a million times over. But in the end, like, it's mainly about you know, the suffering he did for everybody. That's what it's about. I think that's what it's mostly about. Maybe there's more to the gospel than that. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is there more to the gospel than what Jesus did? You know what I'm saying? Is there more that we weren't taught by Jesus? You know, that's what I'm curious about. But I want it to be the truth. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's somebody that knows the gospel fully, you know, out there, you know, and within us, you know, I feel at the same time, you know. Because I feel like God put himself into everybody in a way so he can experience what you're experiencing. That's just my guess. That's how he knows how to help you, because he's experiencing it with you. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of what I've gathered from my life. It's like he's experiencing your life with you at the same time, basically, you know. But anyways, I don't want to. I don't want to tell people anything that's not true. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be correct. You know, because I know how much I was lied to in life. I was lied to a lot in religion, especially. I was lied to a lot. So I feel like finding the real truth is important. And that's kind of why I'm on this quest, I guess. Find out the real truth. But I do think Jesus knows the real truth about everything. So knows that it's him. So. Yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say for this video. I just thought it was important that nobody really knew him. Even the people around him didn't know him. Kind of like people don't know me when I'm around them. They don't know me. Same thing. But God knew who he was. That's about it. Only God knew Jesus, in my opinion. But I don't know. I just thought that was important for some reason. But anyways, that's all I want to say.